What's going on, Crease fam? Welcome back for another episode of the Crease Podcast, episode 13. It's me, your boy Casita, Mr. No Backdoor, Mr. Bottober, Bottober's very own. Yes, money team. You know what it is. Give me that. Back again with my boy Trey Treasy. What's going on, Trey?
Oh, bro, how's it going, dog? We're getting sports back this week. That's what's up.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Baseball just started the Subway Series with the Yankees and the Mets, and then who else is playing?
Somebody else was like on MLB TV and stuff, but yeah, I mean the fact that we're getting basketball coverage and stuff like that. I mean NFL's not happening, but other than that, it's nice to be getting some cool coverage of some sports. Other than that, on a kind of non-shoe note, I wanted to bring up that shout out to Trey the Truth and Kenny Stills and everybody that went out to Louisville and got locked up and everything. They they're definitely pushing the envelope, and they need to go ahead and do what they need to do and arrest the murderers. So definitely need to put that out there front and center, right?
Definitely, yeah. And Trey the Truth has been on the front line all day whenever it comes for demanding social justice. He's leading the fight against the murders of Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, and all the others that were slain due to police brutality and social injustice. So shout out Trey the Truth, Houston's very own.
Shout out to them for sure, but shout out to all 87 people that were out there and pulled up in Louisville. And then, everybody else that continues to push the envelope. It needs to continue to happen for everybody, but seeing those big names like that and willing to go to jail and do stuff like that, that's something that we haven't really seen in our lifetime. For us, for people.
Yeah. There was 89 people arrested. Amongst those were, of course, Trey the Truth, Kenny Stills. I think Sweetie was there as well, and YB and Corday. So there's some notables up there.
It's crazy how it comes full circle with the whole John Lewis passing and everything. RIP for him, and that's something he was going through on a every minute basis. Back in the day. So. It's nice to see guys from Houston really stepping up.
Yeah, absolutely, and I feel everybody should step up in their own way. Bringing awareness, or marching, or fighting the good fight. So definitely a great point to bring up.
Yeah, but yeah, we can move right into sneakers, dog. Huge L's this week, massive episode 13, major L's this week. I'll start it off by just saying that the Zions, bro. I don't know. I heard there was a lot of them. Like you said last week, the whole goal of the Zions the Yeezy lines. He wants to get them to everybody, and it felt terrible this week. I entered so many raffles. It was incredible amount, over 20 raffles for sure, through different sites online. Between that, Yeezy Supply, all the websites I was trying in the morning, it was disheartening to say the least.
Oh, right. Yeah, I only tried twice. So if I didn't get through on Yeezy Supply or Adidas.com, I was like, all right, it's gone in the wind. Apparently there was 90K pairs made for the U.S. and, over 100K worldwide. So, I was telling myself even, it's like, if you didn't try, you just didn't want them. But no, man, those bots were working, man, and they were working efficiently. So, people out there, they got them. There's a video circulating of one dude. He got 120 pairs of the alternate Grape 5s that just dropped recently. Yeah, he got 120 pairs dropped off in front of his house. I was like, man,
what a guy, bro.
What a guy.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want about the 350s being, oversaturated and everything, but yeah, they're continuing to fly, and they're still going for 300 on StockX. So, you can keep saying whatever you want about 350s. They're going to keep coming out. We'll kind of get to Kanye and see how poppin' he continues to be going forward. But with that being said, do you want to kick us off with the kick of the day for episode 13?
I'm going to do something fresh, something different this week, man. Of course we can sit here, we do Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Puma, Asics. We can do all the big ones. I'm going to bring out a homemade shoe. I'm going to bring out something that is had taken a lot of thought into making, and, so I'm going to bust out this week from the boy Delvin Carter of the Sia Collective. This is the Sia CV02s, or also known as the Culture Vulture 2s. This colorway particularly is known as the Florida Knights. He's a big fan of the state of Florida. So this shoe in particular has 3M weaving on here. The orange part on the front part here is it's actually well, it's not reflective, it glows in the dark. So all this orange paneling here, it's all glows in the dark. And then got a nice sock liner as well. The shoe's tied. There's so many lace holes in the actual shoe itself, so it makes for customizing different lace options. The shoe itself is all comfortable as well. I would probably compare the upper of it to that of a prime knit of an Adidas shoe. Not exactly engineered mesh of Nike, but right along the same lines. Shoe was $200, but his shoes sell out really quick too. You know, if you get a chance to get a pair of these, they go with the swiftness just as quick as any sneakers drop. But these shoes are really dope, man. I'm really happy to get this pair. I got another pair coming in a different colorway in a couple weeks. Maybe that'll be my shoe of the day then as well. But this shoe is amazing, dog. Shout out to D Nice or Delvin Carter. Making these. These are the anti-Geigers. If you know anything about if you know anything about online beef, you know there's a couple haters out there when it comes to customizing shoes or making your own shoe. And the Culture Vulture actually was against John Geiger. John Geiger is I can't speak too much on him because I don't want to step on any toes. But he's been accused of stealing some designs in the past of some certain people, so certain other customizers. So he made that shoe, and I think it's a fire shoe.
There's a thin line between design and our jockeying and inspiration, right? So definitely, it's all in the beholder's eye. That's FBCC Bay Area, right? That's his name on Insta, right?
Yeah, that's his main. Well, that's his main page. That's his personal page. He does have another page on Instagram. It's a Sia Collective. I'll definitely drop the link right down here so everybody can see it. But this is definitely a contender for, he's dropped. I think he's dropped like well over 20 colorways. He's already had a contest as well to see who can design the best version of it. So they have another colorway coming out, which is NASA themed a little bit later. He does other shoes too. His very first shoe, the Valedictorian ones, were an ode to Kanye. They were ode to Kanye, when it comes to like just designing anything. So very much has a lot of Yeezy vibes. He just released a new VV1 based off of the Grammys. A very fire shoe again. But yeah, man, these Florida Knights, these Culture Vultures are a very nice shoe, very comfortable as well to wear as well. It's definitely a contender for that of like shoe of the year, honestly. Shoe of the year. I mean, when it comes to like
non corporations. Yeah, I feel you. They're very.
No, it doesn't even have to be about that. I'm just saying like contender as in shoe of the year, as in like most production pushed.
Yeah, no, they're cool. I like him. I think I followed him for years and years on Instagram, and he is hilarious. I love his videos, and I love how he calls out people. So definitely a big shout out to him. Those shoes are super fire. You're correct. That colorway is probably the most fire that I've seen. Yeah, I look forward to getting some of those. But I'm not going to hate on John Geiger because I don't think those are terrible either. So moving on to mine.
Done better work. Go ahead. Yeah, go off.
What is that?
I said he's done better work.
John?
Yeah, but go carry on, Trey. Go off. Let me see what you got for kick of the day.
For sure. So I got these gifted to me. I got the so it's a Harden, right? This is a this is the LS version. So this was a collab with Renzhe, Renzhe. So he's a sculpture artist in China. He's got a bunch of different collabs. You can see his logo there on the back, his name on this side. But yeah, so he collabed on this shoe with them. He's done a bunch of different ones. He's worked with the Dame. He's worked with a bunch of different Hardens. He's probably most known for the Ultra Boost that he dropped. It's a black Ultra Boost with like pink and white zebra looking laces. So that's really fire. They released this shoe in a non-buckle form. So the original had just laces right across the front. It was a little bit lower cut, and it just had laces right across the front. This is actually, after they released that one, they released a buckle version. So I have a couple colorways of this one that were gifted to me. And yeah, so the buckle just slides off right like that. It's a really wild pair of shoes to wear because you do have a lot of room down here in the toe, but you're really strapped in up top. So you don't feel like you're walking out of them or anything like that. They got a really fire insole in there. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a really cool shoe. I don't rock it as much because of the gray and coral colorway. It's kind of hard to rock. But it's a really cool shoe just to put on, and, you know, it's real comfortable. So you obviously get the Ultra Boost, coral on the bottom. Yeah, kind of fire. Kind of fire. That's not something you see every day.
Trey coming out with those big gifts. Those are exclusive, dog. Damn, man. That's hard. That's really hard. I'm happy you got those, man. I don't want to drop your sources, so I'm going to go ahead and let you just hold on to that. So,
they come out with a couple different colorways. You can find these online for maybe like $100. So they're definitely nothing that's going to wow anybody price-wise, but the fact that I got the way I got them and everything, it was just it's a shoe that I appreciate having in my collection for sure. So
yeah, put those in a glass box. It'll be worth something someday.
Maybe with the signature one day.
Oh yeah, pretty close. Let's carry on, man. Let's go straight into fresh out the box. Man, it wouldn't be right if we did not start off fresh out the box. Was probably what's going to be considered the hottest drop of the summer. They recently released a full breakdown of the Grateful Dead Nike SB collaboration. If you wanted the orange pair, I'm sorry, unless you live in San Francisco. I'm about to call up anybody who I know in California. But the orange pair is to be released. The shoes are to be released this weekend on the 24th. The orange pair will be released in San Francisco exclusively at the FTC skateboard shop. And then we got the yellow pair. The yellow pair is going to be available at local skate shops as well as sneakers on the 24th. And then we got the green pair going to be dedicated to local skate shops. Then there's supposed to be the blue and pink pair, which is going to be exclusively friends and family. So
I think if you're someone that's going to like try hard to get these, as far as like willing to fill out raffles and willing to go through the process of like dealing with stores and stuff, I think your best bet will to be get the green ones. I think yellow, obviously everybody's going to get the same amount of access with having same amount of access having sneakers, having the sneakers app. So I do think the yellow, everybody will think the yellow is probably the most popular to get, but I'm thinking the greens might be out there to be had. But as you mentioned, the oranges will be really high on StockX.
Oh yeah, those are gonna be the dummy pair. Yeah, you'll see a couple bands for those.
Besides for the friends and family pair, those are about to go stupid. But that orange pair, I mean, I was looking forward to seeing that one, bro. For real.
Yeah, I mean, would you trade? Let's say you get a green pair, you're gonna trade them for any of the other SBs that dropped earlier in the year?
Earlier in the year?
I mean, anytime this year. Would you trade up, trade down?
For the Travises, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are like gonna hate on me for not saying the Chunky Dunkies, but they're fire. They're super fire. But I think the Travises were so dope. The yellow pair has grown on me a lot. So I'd really like to get that shoe for sure.
I think the yellow pair is the top tier pair. Like when it comes down to the whole Grateful Dead collection, I know most people would probably argue the orange ones, but I think that yellow would just kill with anything. So I would definitely take the yellow joints, the green joints, of course, if I could. Well, excuse me, the orange pair if I could, but yellow, orange, and then green. If I get the green, I will trade up to get whatever other color I can get. But
all five in there. I need to hear all five. All five.
All five top five? Oh, well, okay. Well, orange, It's gonna be orange, yellow, blue, pink, green.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I don't have orange that high, but I do like the orange pair a lot. I think. You said blue second.
No, I said
Orange,
orange.
yellow. Okay.
Yeah, the yellow pair has to be number 2.
Yeah, I think yellow's 1 for me, and then probably orange, blue. Oh, green, pink. That's hard. I take any of them, bro. I take any of them. I don't care.
Yeah, at this point, I'll take any. If I can grab my hand on any pair, then yes, and then I'll trade for the yellows. So.
Right. So yeah, any size 12s, hit us up. We're down for any 5 colors, but look out this Saturday. Definitely the yellow pair on sneakers. Everywhere else, you have to search your shops down your local areas for the green pair. We can move on. On next is another pair of SBs. So we're going to talk about a J-Pack from Nike. They're going to drop the Chicago colorway on the Dunk Low. We saw the Shadow colorway earlier this year. We've seen a bunch of colorways in the past. I think this one is super fire. I think the color blocking is obviously an original, classic colorway and everything. So I like it a lot. What do you think?
No, I do. I do like this one a lot. I don't know. Obviously, it stems from the Air Jordan 1. And also released in the J-Pack was, the Breads, the Royals, the Shadows. So, we've seen the top colorways of the Air Jordan 1s come through with this J-Pack on the Nike SB. If I could get my hands on this SB, I'd probably still trade for a pair of Shadows because I think the Shadows were probably the best of the whole J-Pack. So
heaters, I agree, man. Those I was looking at them earlier today, and I was like, oh my, these are super fire, and they're only I forgot how much they were on StockX, but I was pretty shocked at how low they were, to be honest. So it's a super fire shoe. It's because they retail at 100, so they're great. But yeah, is there any other notable JB? Maybe not ones, but like any other notable colorways that you'd want to see on a Dunk? Anything really stands out that you'd be like, ooh, the Dunk would hit?
The Aqua, like they did an Aqua, like an Aqua 8 inspired SB, that'd be kind of hard, especially with the midsole painting. Like how would you incorporate that onto a very slim or narrow midsole?
Right.
How about you?
Ooh, no, I was thinking about that earlier. I don't know, man. That's a good one. I would go like a lot of crazy ones, So, oh man, I don't even know. I like a lot of the new stuff too. So like we were talking about, they come out with a lot of the OG colorways already. So you're 100% correct with the Shadows though. Oof, so fire, super duper fire.
You love them.
Huh?
I said no, I do love them. I do love them Shadows. I wish they would just like drop them again. Nike could have dropped them again with this restock thing that they just did a couple of days ago. As you know, Nike did a 3 days of drops where they re-released last year's models, some of last year's most highly rated models in their opinion. Starting off with like day 1, they did the Fear of God Raids. They did that in a light bone colorway, as well as they also released some for the ladies. They did the Air Max 90 Leopards. Those ones are pretty cool too, especially for the ladies. So no shade over there. Day 2 was a little whack. This whole system was pretty bad altogether because they were late on some days. Like they were late on day 2 to drop the Biotech 2.0s, as well as a couple of Air Forces, or just one Air Force One types, which are probably still available at Foot Locker. And then they have Python 90s, but they dropped those like 20 minutes late. It was supposed to be on the dot, 9 p.m. Central Time here. Day 3, they did this was the big day, was the Shanghai 97s, which was so ironic because if you saw in episode 12 for my kick of the day, he's the Neon Souls. And I actually wanted this pair because that was the better pair. So I tried to get those, and they actually sold out at 8:59 when the shoe hadn't even dropped yet. But as well as they had the Tokyo Air Max 1s, both of those shoes dropped on Air Max Day of 2 years ago. So, yeah, man, this whole Nike restock thing was a bust.
Bust for sure. And I mean, it was like download the Nike.com app now. So now I have two different Nike apps that I get to take L's on. It's super great.
It's a beautiful thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate adding another app to my phone. So that's super tight. Other than that, like I think the leopards were the only one that really caught my eye. You mentioned the ones that you mentioned last week, Super Fire, and maybe I would have pulled the trigger had they happened, but there was not enough information given out. I felt like there was a Fugazi poster with all the you know, shoes that weren't being dropped. So that threw everybody off and stuff like that. So it was what it was. I'm not mad at them for making an effort at pushing some shoes that they probably couldn't sell at a lot of places, but is what it was. So I'm happy.
Yeah, how do you not Nike? How are they not able to sell out of, like, let's just say the Shanghai 97s? Like, that's impossible. You know, like how can you say that you didn't sell out? Because on sneakers, you tell everybody that you're sold out,
Right.
but but you're holding on to pairs to,
yeah, even this would be even to like if let's say they had all these other shoes that weren't selling right, so we're gonna hype everybody up and get everybody in here with the Shanghai. It's gonna sell out at 8:59 before we even go live, but you're already here to see these other shoes that we can't sell, right? So that's dirty. That's dirty if that's what they're doing. But I'm just saying that's a possibility, right?
I mean, that's not what I was there for anyway. Like, I opened the app to get that shoe. If I didn't get that shoe that day, then I'm gonna close your app until something else better pops up. So
I understand people get paid and people want to spend their money though, and those are the people they're banking on.
Absolutely, man.
The restock was wild, so I'm happy it's over. And if they do another one, I hope they do it correctly and on one app, because I'm going to delete that Nike app now. But other than that, we can move on into our boy Ronnie Fi. He just dropped the Looney Tunes pack last week. I know y'all saw that. That was wild, all the T-shirts and stuff. I'm really upset. I took a huge L on that one too. I would love to get some of that merch. Then he's got a whole Olympic collection. He's got 2 pieces dropped. This will come out on Wednesday. So this past Monday, he'll have dropped a couple pieces. I think he said 2 from an Olympic collection. But he's got a whole Olympic collection coming out next summer when the Olympics finally actually pop off, hopefully. Other than that, he announced that he has a 3-pack of Gel Light 3s coming. So he posted a bunch of pictures. You can go to his Instagram and check it out. But he posted a bunch of different. We'll post the main picture right here of the 3 shoes. But other than that, he mentions that he has dropped a Gel Light 3 every year for like, I forgot what he said, like 20 years or something, since he's been working at David Z and all that. And so now since he said he only missed 1 year, 2007 was the only year he didn't release one. So he said he had to make up for it this year. It was like, I guess it was hurting his heart or something. So he's dropping a 3-pack. There's a black pair that's super duper fire that, as we were talking about it earlier, that's going to be the go-to. And then he has 2 primarily white pairs with like coral light gum soles on them. They're also going to be pretty dope. One has coral Asics branding on it. The other one, if I'm not mistaken, has gold. The gold one is uber fire with that light gum sole with the coral looking sole. It's beautiful. Beautiful shoe for sure. But that black one, dog, was yikes.
Yeah, that black one's going to be the heavy hitter. What color is that toe?
The toe box on the black one?
Yeah.
I believe, let me check it. It was it's black with blue. It's primarily black, but it's got a blue panel up front and it's got a red panel on the heel.
Okay.
For sure. And then you get the black suede pretty much along the back with the gold branding on it, but it's a whole coral toe on the front. So to be honest, kind of salmon toe looking, but everybody loves those, so they're super fire. But yeah, man, I think this is a big one for him. He did mention that, he dropped the 252 pack in, I forgot how long ago it was. It was a while back. Like, I think it was his first Asics with David Z. It was the 3-pack, one of them, and one of the first ones he did. And for me, they weren't super popping. They got a lot of wild colors going on and a lot of different nylon materials and stuff like that. And to me, it wasn't super popping. They're super expensive on the resale market and stuff. So I know they popped then, but this is going to be, that was a 252 pack. So this is the 252.1 pack, according to Ronnie. So I think they're pretty fire.
Oh yeah, no, come on, man. It's Ronnie and it's Asics. We know how this game goes. The second it drops, it's probably going to sell out. It's without a doubt. It's crazy to see doing more gel light threes. So, that's just his thing. That's his template. Like, the more he does that, he only gets better over time with him. He's proven himself time and time again to do the gel light three right. So
Yeah, I would be shocked if they trust any other company or brand more than they do with him.
yeah,
every single year. Yeah, for sure.
definitely. He's earned that. He's earned that right. So.
Yeah. And I mean, he's so big right now. Kith is so big. I mean, all these collections they've been dropping, these Kith Mondays, they're, I mean, super cool.
Yeah, like the Monday program is, I got the app, so it notifies me right whenever the drop is happening. And there's certain items where I'm just like, I can't fork up the money to do that type of thing, like $250 t-shirts and $168 pair of shorts. It would look fire, the whole fit, but just show me the kicks and we can move forward on that. That's all I'm looking for. Damn, Ronnie, drop more shoes, man. Larger quantities. That's what I'm looking for. Shout out Ronnie, man.
No release date on those, but yeah, for sure. They're coming.
We do have something slated for fall 2020. The Nike Adapt line is expanding more and more with their basketball shoe. This is going to be the 2.0 basketball shoe with the Air Mag colorway. I'm not going to explain to you what Air Mags are because if you're watching this, you know a little bit about a little bit. But the shoe will drop also in the black colorway, and it's going to be for $400. Man,
yeah.
These price tags hurt.
I mean, these are bonkers. They're $400, but like at least you get the full Adapt technology and everything, man. It's wild. Some of these other ones that are going for like $5 instead of Road Warriors.
Yeah, Road Warriors going for $5, and they don't even self-lace. So like,
yeah, it's wild for sure. I like the Mag colorway in other shoes. I'm not like overly. I don't think it's like the best colorway ever or anything like that. I did see it's got like the 3 or the 4 different color little. They're not buttons. They're just like 4 little colors, like little tags right along the side of the shoe. They're for the back of the actual mag that lights up. When it lights up, it's red, orange, green, and yellow. So those were the 4 little colors on the side. It threw me off at first when I looked at them. But that's where it comes from. It comes from the little blinking lights on the back of the OG mag.
Okay, so they have a little ode for that. That's dope. But yeah, no, just the Adapt line is pretty cool. I'm waiting for them to become a little bit more mainstream. I did enjoy, I have a pair of Adapt Auto Maxes, so I'm enjoying the technology. I still consider it to be in like a prototype kind of phase because it's not 100% perfect. So, maybe with this 2.0, they might have improved some things. The app that goes along with the whole Adapt thing, they are doing constant updates for it. So it's really nice whenever you can go on your phone and update the technology for your shoe versus it's like it baffles me sometimes still that it's like, okay, now we're updating shoes and your shoes have to charge. It's like, yo, this is the future. So
it's absolutely bonkers. And do you think with the OG mag being like a casual shoe, do you think that they should have? Do you think does it throw you off at all that they put this on the basketball version instead of the one you got, the Adapt Auto Max?
No, I mean, if that technology is going to help the performance of basketball players, then all power to it. I'm not against it. If it spends less time lacing your shoes, or it ties you down. It would be cool if they kept the stats. If your shoes kept the stats of it's like how many, your field goal percentage, your 3-point percentage. Fire.
Something else. I don't know how they do that. Maybe if they could tell like your jump strength off the ground or something like that, or how fast you're running, or like your heart rate or something like that. I don't know. They could do that through your feet, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely different options. I was more thinking like the mag colorway as what it is more of, it's not a basketball colorway, right? It wasn't influenced by anything basketball related. The original the Air Mag colorway was on a casual movie looking shoe. So the fact that they put this on the basketball version compared to the Adapt Auto Max, which is more of a casual shoe, like you said, is not made for basketball at all. Like you wouldn't even feel comfortable doing that. So I felt like that was the way to go with that one, but they felt like it worked on the basketball. So like you said, so be it.
I mean, yeah, throw the Air Mag on whatever you want nowadays. You know, just don't put it on like a pair of Timbs or a pair of boots.
Yep.
But yeah, more power to Nike, man. Make the mag more popular. So make the mag great again. There you go. So that's fresh out the box for this week. We got order confirmed. These are the past releases from this week. We've already mentioned some of them.
Big light. Yeah, we're just gonna break them down for you real quick.
Yeah, the ones that we missed out this week are pretty simple. Air Jordan 11 IE, the black cement colorway. Really dope shoe. I think it dropped for $180. No one still knows what IE stands for, which is very rare, but I do like this shoe. I do consider the IE version the referee version of the 11 versus like the patent leather version. So, but I would still rock it either way. Pretty sure they're sold out at this point. Restock could happen. I would probably try for it. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely assume a restock would happen. It's a cool shoe. Like we mentioned, a cut with the white Concords that dropped. Like they can put anything on an 11 low, and it's gonna go. Like they sold out on the sneakers app day of. So it's a cool shoe though. It's a primarily black shoe, so I love it right off the bat. But everything about it looks cool. I like the IEs, to be honest. I've never been a hater against them. I like the regular 11 low more, but I have no issue with the IE versions. But yeah, just a cool little basic shoe. You know, a very Jordan-esque colorway. So is what it is for sure. We can move on. Anything else on those?
Nope. It is what it is. Seen it, done it.
Yeah, definitely a restock coming. There's undoubtedly a restock coming, but we can get into a one other shoe on order confirmed that came out this past weekend. It's going to be the Kyrie Irving 6, the Asia Irving. So that's his older sister, Asia. He's done a few different colorways in honor of her, I guess you'd say. And this one in particular is going to be a light purple colorway. So there's light purple pretty much throughout. The entire shoe is pretty much light purple. The front toe box, below, there's a strap across the laces about midway through the shoe. So the whole box in front of it, the whole toe box in front of it is a 3 different color purple camouflage. So I think it's pretty cool looking. It's definitely got some hints. It's got a drop shadow on the swoosh in the back on like the Yeezy looking panel in the back of the shoe. So that's really cool. They hit you with the, Kyrie's wild. So he threw his little, Illuminati stuff in the back there, but it's got the clear. So we've been seeing a lot of the clear back tabs. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but it's got a clear little back tab on it. Like I mentioned, the strap across the front has got her name on it. It's got hints of like neon green on it. So this one's really cool. There is a black version coming out. I don't know if there's a full release date. I don't think there's a release date on it currently, but this was the first of the two. This one is pretty nice. The black one is super fire.
Yeah, sure. I haven't seen the black one yet. Maybe we'll check it out, see if it's a little bit better. But nothing against these Kyrie 6s. They're pretty nice. It's great that he's able to expand his line out to people that he cares about. Looks like there's still sizes available. I'll probably wait for the outlets to receive these, and then I'll probably cop a pair. So
these are primo hooping shoes.
Claiming ankles all day.
I say you'll be carried before you know it.
That is confirmed. Yep, your order has been confirmed. So we're gonna move on to tracking order.
Everything. This is a singular thing that came out.
Yeah, it's just a little light, hefty one this week. Starting off with the Reebok Question Mids, we got the Eric Emanuel version. It's gonna be an all-white shoe with pink accents, and branding is gonna be blue as a pink outline as well. They're gonna go on the 30th of July for $150. Most notably is going to be his branding located on the bottom of the heel, and the translucent blue sole. So, yeah. What you think about him, Trey?
A clean shoe. It's just hitting me right now. They're kind of cotton candy colors, but other than that, I think this is an extremely fire summer shoe. The pink on the toe cap is about as flare as you can get. Obviously, it sets off super fire with the blue, the super dark blue, not dark blue, but the darker blue translucent sole. I love his branding on the back. We're shouting out a lot of like up and coming designers with Sia and all that today. So definitely shout out to Eric Emanuel. He's doing it big with the shorts, and definitely go check him out on Instagram and on his shop and everything, because he's got some fire stuff. Everything is selling out ASAP. So he's one you're going to want to keep an eye on if you haven't already. But these are definitely a huge collab for him. And yeah, this is just continuing the trend of the Reebok question. I feel like we talk about one every week, but the Reebok's doing it right. There's no reason for us not to talk about it.
Absolutely. Shout out Reebok, trying to get back on the game. Next up, we got the Jordan 4 women's off-white collaboration. We got the sail colorway. It's going to be all sail. Here we go again. Cream colorway. It's going to drop on the 25th, so this Saturday. Well, yeah, the Saturday. And it's going to drop for 4 Virgils or $200. This pair in particular, well, Virgil already auctioned off a pair of these for a little over $100K, and the money was donated to Black Lives Matter movement. But this shoe in particular has translucent sail sole, which is kind of tight. Translucent sail clear back tab as well, so also pretty cool. And then it comes with a zip tie, which is also sail. Aside from that, it would just be another sail Jordan 4. So of course it got the Virgil touch on the midsole, where air quotations, but
netting is translucent, the eyelets are translucent, the mesh on the tongue is translucent sail, like the whole thing. So yeah, it's wild. He's got the air on it. He's got the his normal like four deep branding on the other side underneath the netting. I'm gonna be honest, I love the shoe. And I'm very happy that they're coming out in large sizes. So I think they said they're going up to a 16 women. So that'd be up to a 14 and a half men. So everybody, pretty much you should be able to get them. If you can't get them, you're probably in the NBA and you can probably call somebody and get them in your size. But these are super fire. The one knock I'm gonna have on them, I'm not feeling I don't know what texture is that on the toe cap. I don't even know what that
felt.
It's no, the felt is the whole upper, but I don't know if it's nylon. It looks scratchy, right? So it looks like it's gridded. It's gridded pattern across the whole, and it just looks scratchy. And it's not for me. It's the same material that they're using on the. If you look at the tongue, the tag on the top, it's right over the logo too. So they cover the logo. I think it is nylon. I think it's just gridded nylon, but why'd they do that? They should have just gone with the felt. But other than that, yeah, Virgil. Yeah, man, I can't question Virgil, bro. He's doing it. So I love this color. This color is uber fire. With some black jeans, it's gonna go uber duper hard. So yeah, that's about all I got to say on these. I would definitely be trying. I've already entered End in England. They got one coming up, a raffle coming up that I've already entered. So go check that one out. And I'll be ready on sneakers next weekend.
Nope. Yeah, I will try one time for these. It's going to be a draw for on sneakers. So you just put it in one time and then pray for the best. Pray to the sneaker gods.
Are you rocking these or are you flipping these?
Oh, no, these are not staying here. Even though I love the Jordan 4, I will not be holding these anywhere close.
Oh, man, I know. That's another reason is just because the 4 is oh, man, such a premium shoe. And I liked a lot of the off-whites. This 4 is up there for me, to be honest. I really love the 5s. The 5s Okay, so that texture on the fives is what that is on the toe cap. It just hit me. But yeah, that's exactly whatever the hell that is. It looked better on the whole shoe, for sure. It looked way better on the whole shoe. But my favorite off-whites are probably – what's your favorite off-white?
Ugh, favorite off whites. Probably either the Blazers or the Forces. Yeah. Yeah, the Halloween Blazers, like the cream with the orange, those ones were pretty hard. And then the Forces were probably the hardest, the MCA Forces.
So. The MC is probably the hardest. Yes, I agree.
Even though it looks like it cost them nothing to make it, but
it's that silver, it's that metallic silver on the swooshes. Just it goes stupid, for sure.
It hits, definitely hits.
Those are super fire. I'm looking out for those for sure. Those are only $200 too. So all right. So up next, we got the Nike Air Presto. It's coming back. So this is going to be the Australia colorway. This is a shoe that came out way. All right, did not come back ever. It never came out. But for the Olympics, the Australian national team was gifted pairs for themselves as well as their family and friends that were there with them, in their sizes and everything. It is a premium colorway in my opinion. It's something you won't. I mean, this is like, to me, it reminds me, like, it doesn't remind me of them, but the Brazil Dunks, how like right away what shoes those remind you of, like what country those shoes remind you of. I get that vibe with these for sure. You get the light blue and the yellow, and it's just that's for sure what I think of Australia. You get the 5 stars from the flag on the front of the shoe. They're also on the tongue tag. It says AUS for Australia on the top. So, man, I saw Ben Simmons rocking his pair already. So I think they're super fire. What do you think?
And this is great. This is a great re-release of a retro Nike shoe. It's also coming out in OG sizing, so it's going to do the extra small through extra large, which is going to be dope. Yeah, just like the regular Presto fitting. So, and then the cage is translucent as well. So it's a great shoe. I think it's going to look really dope. I don't think I have enough Australian blood in me to do that. Send over some Vegemite and, that'd be dope, But no, man, yeah, no, it's a great shoe. I won't be trying to purchase it, but it's a great shoe. I like it.
They're very cool. They're super cool, and that's a global release on July 24th. So that is also this upcoming weekend. That's what I'm looking forward to. I also don't know if I'm gonna like fully pull the trigger on them, but that's a cool shoe, and I'm happy they're coming back out with it. Mm-hmm. So we can move on into not the next president.
Yeah, definitely not. You can't run through the birthday party and think that you're going to be the next president. This dude is off the damn Richter. Actually getting tired of talking about him. You want to defend him, and then you can't, and then you do. Here we are, another Yeezy colorway dropping this week. We got the 380. His latest model. This colorway is called the Blue Oat. It's been one of the more anticipated colorways of the 380. Drops on the 25th for $230, so a little bit more pricier. Aside from this shoe, he has the other pair, which is the Alien colorway. It does not look good either. But this shoe has hints of brown and orange and like splash of blue with the streak on there as well. So
yeah, it's cool. It's got the priming it up on it. I will say that the fit around the ankle looks nice. It looks like a really comfortable shoe. It looks horrendous. It's not like a great looking shoe, but as far as comfortability with that huge sole and the sock-like collar fit around the ankle, I mean, it's going to be comfortable. The 350s don't look beautiful, but they're super comfortable. So I think that's the same concept you get here. That's kind of the concept I feel like with all his shoes, to be honest. But he's continuing with like the super earthy vibes with this one. It's like very fall for me. It's like a very much fall shoe. But I like some of the other colorways I've seen on this shoe, but it's not something I'm pulling the trigger for $230. Not on these. I mean, they just, as far as Yeezys go, they're just not high enough on my list to even think about, to be honest.
Yeah. This particular silhouette is just not going to be my favorite of all his other shoes. Um, I thought that way about the seven. Was it this? No, not the 750. The V3s. Yeah, the 750 V3s. No, 350 V3s.
Oh,
Yeah, those ones. It took me a while to grow into them, but now I'm starting to like them. And then anyway, no, this 380 is just it's not it. I don't like it whatsoever. This is probably his worst silhouette in the entire Adidas Yeezy line. So I will just watch these float away in the wind. So
you're not missing anything here. And I is there any model that's worse on the Easy line?
I mean, that's what I'm saying is like, 350 version 3,
I don't even see that, but for sure they're down there at the bottom.
yeah,
I don't like the Quantums. I don't like the basketball, to be honest. So they're kind of right there with them. But
I kind of like those. I like those now. Good.
That's going to be it for tracking order. So a few more things coming up this weekend that you can go follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll keep updating you as the week goes along. But that is some of the main releases coming up in this next week. So we'll jump right into another shoe. This is sitting on the shelf now. It's our final segment of the day. And we're going to go over another rumored shoe that is going to come out, but it's the Air Jordan 5. What the? So not the top three. Not the top three. That's only a couple of different shoes. This one's going to be a lot of different Jordan 5s. And not only is it Jordan 5s, but it's like primo Jordan 5. So we're getting a bunch of super fire. I think there was it 5-6 pairs. We'll list them all here in a second, but I think it's like 5 or 6 pairs, and they got all kinds of all kinds of different stuff. So I think they did really good on this pair so far from what we've been talking about. And anything catch your eye right off the bat?
Man, honestly, at first glance, well, when you first read about another what the coming out, it's like, all right, so how are they going to destroy 6 shoes and put them together to make one? That automatically increases the value of the older shoes. So, with that being said, it's like when I heard that there's another what the coming out, and we just had, and they said it was going to be another 5, and we just had this poor iteration of the top 3s, so I was like, let's see how they can mess this up. At first glance, I'm like, okay, they're not terribly bad. I'm like, what's the whole what the aspect about it? And then you look at it and it's like, okay, these are actually pretty bad. Then you see both of the shoes together. You see the left shoe and the right shoe together. And I'm like, okay, these are now starting to grow a little bit better on me. But most of the shoe is an ode to, let's go over to 5. Is it 5? Or it's a little bit more than 5. But they have the Tokyo, the Shanghai, the Laser, the Bel Airs, the Raging Bulls. This is where it gets deep for me.
Come on.
This is where it gets deep for me. They put in the Green Bean 5s, which we've been dying for a restock. That was an 06 LS release, as well as the Army Olive 6s. Our Army Olive 5s. Those were also another one of those LS colorways from way back in the early 2000s. So. And then also the K54s. The K54s are also included in this as well. So, they've taken some of the dopest 5 colorways and, they try to mash them all into one shoe. But, in all honesty, they probably just should have re-released these 5s. Instead of trying to like bunch them all together and make one really dope shoe, just re-release these 5s. I honestly think they would have made more money that way. But
I mean, yeah, shoes compared to one, they're for sure gonna make more money that way. But if you could pick 2, which 2 would you pick to re-release?
Oh, easy. The last 2, yeah, the Green Beans and the Army Olives. Those are.
I will match you. I will match you on the Green Beans, but the answer is Tokyo.
Because there's 2 different versions of the Tokyo. There's the black toe, and then there's the ones that you see there. So you know, if
Yeah,
you're gonna re-release a Tokyo, well, see, that's the thing is like they lose their exclusivity whenever you start re-releasing them. So I know people are probably holding on to pairs of some Tokyos, and those are still like 5-10 bands out there. So it's like, why re-release them? You know, it's like
yeah. I mean, you
it's going to
exclusive.
put me in a position to where I either have to wear the shoe now because it's going to decrease in value, or I need to flip them really quick. So
For sure, no, I agree. I think they definitely want to keep the exclusivity of most of these, which is why even on the Bel Airs we're seeing an alternate version instead of the later this year we're seeing the alternate Bel Air instead of the one here that we're looking at here. But the one I'm gonna get real picky on this. I think they did the Bel Air. So on the what is this? This is gonna be the left shoe. It has the Raging Bull upper, which is the red upper, right? So you get the inner lining of the shoe is going to be from the Bel Air, and then if you go to the sole on the Tokyo pair, the right shoe, the yellow pair, it also from the Bel Air. So the insole on one shoe as well as the midsole and outsole on the opposite shoe are both from the Bel Air. I think there is just too many fives and too many fire options that they could have used to kind of even it out. That way we had an even number. I'm even going to go as far as to say, why not put the Lequet 54 on the Raging Bull, the sole that's on that one? Why not put that sole on the Tokyo and then actually use the Shanghai sole on the Raging Bull pair instead of just putting the Shanghai logo, So that's something I was thinking about. I wish they would have done that. So the yellow logo you see on the Raging Bull pair is literally just from the Shanghai. That's the only part of the Shanghai, which is super duper fire. That's the only part of the whole shoe they put on there. So that's kind of disgusting to me. But other than that, these are pretty cool. The laser insole or the laser inner lining with the Army olive tongue is very tight. It goes together very well.
I'm glad they were able to bring back some early 2000 joints. Like, of course, the Tokyos were also early 2000, but um, the green beans and the army olives, those were the ones that people have been like desperately calling for a restock for. They've brought back so many other, like, I think they did the grapes twice already, so they had the '06 pair, the 13 pair. So then they dropped them again without the laces and called it a Fresh Prince pair. So, during all that time, you could have re-released the green beans at least once, and that would have been I would have been done with fives after that. So
Is there anything off the top of your head? I can tell you, off the top of my head, burgundy is missing,
mhm.
gray is missing, and metallic 5 maybe is missing because it's such an OG colorway. But those three really hit me in the head.
Well, they did the metallics with the Wuttas, with the top threes.
Top three, so I guess that's where they included those for sure. But I still think that's another reason they wouldn't use the grape on these. But they definitely went with like the most exclusive, most premium shoes on this one. They were not messing around. This is like the Dunks, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would probably say Wolf Gray fives, um, Oreo fives, and then the burgundies as well. So
Yeah, I can't think of too much. What was the name of the ones that were all black? They were suede with were they just the UNC? They had light blue. Is that the
MC fives.
Oh man, Primo, love that shoe. I would love to get that shoe. That's another one they could have added on here, but I think it's pretty cool. How do you think this stacks up to other what does? You think it's pretty high up there?
This one, unfortunately, will get the same type of love that the other what does will get. Just based off of the hype of all the shoes that go into it, yes, it's gonna do pretty well.
It'll still out for sure.
Yeah, definitely sell out. I mean, the LeBron what the line. Well, I mean, of course, the best what does are always going to be the dunks, the what the dunks. But when it comes to other what does, I think LeBron is up there. He has some pretty notable what does. Um, KD as well, So
Kyrie had one earlier this year. Didn't quite get as popping as I think he wanted it to, but you hit it on the head with the dunks. That is by far and away number one.
Yeah, you can close the casket on all the what does, but that one's Pandora's box right there. You open that up, and people are still figuring out how many shoes went into the what does. So
They're
it
fire.
was the original. It was the original. So you can never beat it.
Yeah. How about any other models? Any other models you want to see? What the of as we close this thing out?
Mm, what the eights? I'm a big eight fan. That would be fire. Um, which other shoes had really dope colorways? The 16s. You know,
16. Yeah, yeah.
be a hard one. Throw some gingers on there with some midnight navies, and you know that would be crazy. So I think
Yeah.
that'd be a pretty cool one. What about you?
Um, you know, I would love to say because one of my favorite Jordans is probably besides the 4, my other favorite Jordan is the 10, and they have some cool colorways, but I just don't think there's enough like stuff you could change on them other than the sole, the upper, the inner lining. But I just don't feel like it's a shoe like with the 5 that there's just so much so much stuff going on with it. That the 10s would be a hard shoe to make that look really good in. 16s is a good choice. I think that's a really good one. 8s you could do some cool ones. I mean, sixes.
Six, yeah.
Probably the 6 if I had to go with one, but um, yeah, I mean, so I'm looking forward to these. No release date. I haven't heard any release date or
Mhm.
even if they're gonna fall or winter, but regardless, I'll be ready for these for sure. As close as I'm ever gonna get to a Tokyo for sure, by far.
This only going to be one shoe. It's
It's
gonna
not
be,
even.
it's gonna be the upper of one shoe. Yeah, for sure. Definitely the closest to the Tokyo that you'll ever get. But yeah,
Get the right camera angles when you're taking your Instagram pics and just get the little corner of the logo.
just zoom in all the way on just that on the logo. Then you'd be cool. It's like, yep, got a pair of Tokyos.
They're wrong because people can do that.
But honorable mention for sure when it comes to another what the iteration. Got to mention the Air Max One Masters.
Oh,
Uh,
first.
yeah, can't let that one slip by. Even though it's not an official what the.
I think people big slept on that when it first dropped, and then like a couple of days later, it was so. I think someone might have pulled it out at Complex Con or like at some event too. Someone like super famous was rocking it, and they really blew up. But I love that shoe. That's a oof. That's one I'm mad I missed out on for sure.
Definitely.
Yep. So that can with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the what the talk. We're going to wrap this episode up. That was episode 13, unlucky number 13. Wish we were rocking some unlucky 13s right now. Love that shoe, but yeah. So appreciate y'all following, subscribing, continue to do it. We really appreciate it. Go www.creasepod.com. Check out our website. Yeah, man, for sure. We appreciate y'all sticking around.
Yeah, for sure. This has been episode 13 of the Crease Podcast with myself, Mr. Botober's very own, Mr. No Backdoor. Got my boy Trey Treasy. Once again, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And as always, Trey, ain't no half stepping around here. So we will catch y'all for episode 14 next time we air again. So until then, guys, peace.